Hey, what's going on guys? It is Needle, and today's video I'll be explaining for you guys how you can find the perfect sensitivity for you on a controller. I know I make a lot of videos explaining what I think are the best settings to use on a controller just because they're what I use, and I see a lot of pro players using similar settings, but for this we can figure out what is the best sensitivity for you that you will play the best on. So make sure to stick around until the end. I have a lot of great tips that I'll explain to you guys, some drills you can do to really find the best sensitivity, so make sure to stick around. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and leave a like and comment at the end on what your favorite tip was. Without further ado, let's get right into the video, guys. Alright guys, now for the first thing I'm going to address is X and Y sensitivity. It's going to sound pretty crazy what I'm doing right now, but the easiest way is just to go into creative real quick. It's not an aim course or anything like that. Just simply go in here and grab like a tree or something you can look to, use as a little point of reference. And what we're going to do is just put it down and then back up a little bit. So I have in the center of my screen now. Now what I'm going to do actually is just go and look at what my sensitivity is currently. So as of right now, I've been tweaking it a little bit. I'm at 0.705 and then 0.675. So I'm just going to round both those up to 7, and then what I'll do from there is just start moving around and try to test my X and my Y sensitivity and see what feels really comfortable for me as I move. So the goal is to move left and right and try to keep it in the center of the screen and to see how it feels. Alright, now personally this is feeling a little bit too fast for me, so I know that I need to go down from here and just keep using the same point of reference. So what I'll do, just to test it to make sure I have the best one here, I'm not going to go down too much. What I would suggest is go down by 0.05 is a comfortable amount. You can go down and rely on it being a little more consistent. So now I'm going to go down a little bit and try this and while I'm moving, and I'm doing a lot better job actually keeping on target, and it feels a little too fast. Like I'm kind of dragging a little late, so I'm going to put it down again. So you guys are kind of getting the gist of it. What you want to do is just keep tweaking it little by little while using this little reference in front of you, and that's going to allow you to find what is going to be the most comfortable, most perfect sensitivity for you, because it's really easy, just to take a carbon copy of like, oh, Ghost Aiden uses 7X 7Y, I'm going to try that, and so you just throw it on too. But when you go in here and do this by yourself, you really can pinpoint what is going to be the best sensitivity for yourself as far as X and Y goes. Alright, so I'm actually feeling really comfortable with the one I just put on. I've been playing, keep in mind, on controller for over 10 years. I've been playing Fortnite on controller for over 2 years at this point, or almost 2 years, I should say. Apologize for that. It hasn't been 2 years yet, but so I know that I'm right around a 7x7y kind of player. That's always the range I've kind of been in, so I really know that this is probably going to be pretty consistent for me, so I can trust that. Now, after you do this, the best thing you're going to want to do just to test and make sure it feels pretty comfortable is go over here and actually start hitting some trees. It's going to sound kind of weird, and if you guys have seen my other video on perfect sensitivity, I explained this as well, but when you hit a tree, what it does is it has this little circle pop up in front of it. Now you're going to want to use that to kind of like see if you can hit all the circles and kind of line them up. This is just a nice way to kind of practice your aim a little bit and kind of just what will be like more of your shotgun hip fire aim, and to see if you can really hit your target. So the circles keep popping up if you hit it, and just keep trying to see, and if you feel like you're pretty comfortable when you're hitting most of the circles, you probably have a good comfortable sensitivity for you. And that's actually going to be all for your X and the Y sensitivity. Those seem like they're the most important. I would say they are, but after you test it enough and figure out what you're really good at and kind of find your range, like I said, I've been playing for a while, so I know I'm right around that 6 to 7 range, and I've got it down pretty comfortably. I know I'm good to move on, but I'm not going to leave you guys just with the X and the Y, just because there's so many sensitivities in Fortnite still. Next, we'll be covering how to perfect and find the perfect aiming sensitivity. Now, what I suggest for this, though, is I'm going to go back to the hub here and just load up any single aim training map. It doesn't matter which one specifically. Anything that's just kind of got like some sort of like target practice for assault rifle, that's going to be the easiest way to find your targeting and aiming sensitivity. Alright guys, so I actually have loaded into the assault rifle target practice here that I was referencing. So on this, it's pretty simple. The same thing goes. Go to wherever your sensitivity is, and you're going to want to round it up. So this right here, for your just AR sensitivity, that would be considered your, pulled up here, which one would that be? Your controller targeting sensitivity. So I'm at around 0.35. Let me just put it there and see how I feel about that. And then start just shooting and see how many targets I can hit and see what feels the most comfortable. So off first rip, taking these first few shots, I noticed I feel really kind of sluggish for whatever reason. I don't know. It feels pretty sluggish when I'm doing this. So I think the first thing I want to do is go up on this one. So now I figured I got to go up. I'm going to go up that same thing, 0.05. See how this feels. Definitely feels a little bit more comfortable. I feel a little more accurate, but I think I want to go up a little bit more. go up a little bit more on this. And I'll just go up one more notch, but I think it's going to be about 0.365 is going to be the best range for me. Yeah, it feels really comfortable, actually. I'm kind of hitting all my targets and have that nice movement on. All right, so I think for my aiming, I'm going to go with 0.365. The same properties go, the same gist goes for this, though. Just simply keep testing, keep trying, go up and down, one by one. That's the only way you're going to figure out your best sensitivity for aiming. Next, we're going to hop into editing sensitivity. Alright, so I'll put an edit course here, but what I do want to preface you guys on editing sensitivity is more of what kind of play style you have. So if you're more of like an arena, a competitive style player, you're going to probably be focusing a little bit more on wall edits, which is actually going to probably want to use a lower editing sensitivity. I would say if you're playing arena probably and whatnot, 1.7 and below. But then if you're just playing like public match and you just want to have some quick flashy edits to, you know, kind of wow your opponents and catch them off guard, I would probably suggest going higher, probably do a 2. But for now, I'm probably going to stick with a 1.7. But the same thing goes, you just want to go and do an edit course and figure out what feels the most comfortable for you. But keep in mind though, with editing, it's a little bit different from the aiming and the X and the Y, just because different playstyles have different sensitivities. I wouldn't suggest running anything below like 1.4 or 1.3 though for edit. You need to have a little bit higher than that just to keep up with PC, keyboard, and mouse. Same thing, trying to find the perfect sensitivity. It's a guess and check game here. So to start off, get some edits off, see how you're feeling. I think the first thing I'm noticing is it doesn't feel... I don't really like how the wall edits are feeling. Almost feels like it's too slow for the wall edits. I don't know. Alright guys, so I'm going to actually put it down a little bit. Actually, no, I'm going to put it up. I'm going to put it up a little bit just to see if it helps with the wall edits or it makes it a little bit harder. I don't know. I'm going to see what happens. You know, there's a little bit of a building part in here. Just rip your 90s, do what you got to do. This one actually feels pretty comfortable. So you guys are getting the gist if you guys haven't already. Try not to go overboard on it, but basically you just want to go and do an edit course. Just kind of guess and check what we've done for the rest of them here. So I've actually came out with a edit sensitivity at about 1.75. So I'm going to conclude that's the best. Building sensitivity, you guys can go do the same thing. I'm not going to explain for building. You guys get the gist of it. What you guys want to do is just slowly go up or down for all your sensitivities until you feel the most comfortable. And I know a lot of you guys, it's really a mental thing. Like for the day, you hop on for the day, it feels a little bit too fast or a little bit too slow and you can't find the right one. But keep in mind, use these tips, use these pointers I gave you. It'll help you find the most perfect, most comfortable sensitivity for you. That's all from me, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Without further ado, make sure to sub, turn on post notices, leave a like on the video, leave a comment. I will see you guys later. Peace.